We're giving it all away, away. We're giving it all to go your way.
Hey guys, what's up? We had an awesome lesson tonight in youth. I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time for the really bad lighting in this room. I'm sorry, but my computer is almost dead and I have the charger right here. And yeah, this is just where my desk is. So, pardon. Anyway, we talked about what I like to call the elephant in the youth room. You know, people say the elephant in the room, it's something that's really big there that just, we don't talk about for some reason. But we talked about lust. And yeah, there was a lot of new people there tonight. So it was definitely kind of awkward for me because I don't like talking about that necessarily, but we need to talk about it because everybody has to fight that and struggle with it and flee from it. And so that's what we talked about tonight. And we kind of use the analogy of poison ivy to refer to lust because as a teenager, as anyone, lust is very similar to poison ivy because you get poison ivy on your arm. What does it do? It itches, right? And this isn't poison ivy, by the way. I think it's an ingrown hair. But yeah, it looks like poison ivy, so we're going to pretend it is. Anyway, if you get poison ivy, it itches. And when you scratch it, it spreads and it gets everywhere. And lust is kind of the same way. It's this itch. And when you scratch it, it gets even worse and it just spreads and it turns into something you didn't intend for it to be in the first place. But anyway, that's kind of how lust works. And we talked about how God views lust, how he looks at it, and it's despicable. It's not something he likes. And we as humans all struggle with it. And Jesus himself said that if a man, in Matthew, he said, even if a man looks on a woman and thinks lustfully, he's already committed adultery with her in his heart. And that applies, I'm sure, both ways, either way. But y'all have to excuse me. Allergies are messing me up. Anyway, I have lots of reading to cover tonight. So I'm just going to throw those scriptures at you guys really fast. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 22. And then we had 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 7. And that's actually kind of God's view on love and what love is. And we talked about how love is totally different than lust in every way almost. It pretty much is different in every way. And then next we had 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 1 through 8. And then Matthew chapter 5, verses 27 through 28. And this is where Jesus makes that statement about lust. And go ahead and read on through, I think it was 30 we read on through. Go ahead and read on through 30. And then lastly, we read James chapter 1, verses 12 through 15. And it talks about temptation and how all the lust and the temptation that we have in this world to do things is not anyone's fault but ours. It's us that we give into our own desires. And that's where lust stems from. So yeah, really good stuff tonight. Pardon me. Sorry, so sorry. Allergies are really kicking my butt right now. But that's basically what we went through and talked about that. We listened to an awesome song by a band called Highland. The song was called Fireworks. And it's from their new album called Weights and Measures. I highly recommend it. Awesome album. Really love it. So if you want some good rock music, go check that out. And that's pretty much what we talked about tonight was how to combat that lust and how to flee from it. As 2 Timothy says, the first scripture we read, it says, flee from worldly passions. Don't try and fight it, but run away from it. Don't even put yourself in that situation. Flee from it. And anyway, just read those scriptures. Check that out. And you get some good input. So I love you guys. Hope to see y'all soon, as in Sunday. Come see us. Come check things out. And peace.
We're giving it all.